So, um, so I'm sure you guys have been to other Google events that talk about top funnel and lower funnel. Yes? You guys are all aware of that, those strategies? No? Okay, well, I'll run through that very quickly. The goal here is to split your campaign strategies up into two pieces. One which we call upper funnel. Okay, upper funnel is where you try to open up the scope, okay, to capture as much leads, opportunities as possible. So if I was searching for something, if I was trying to book a travel, okay, the first thing I do is to maybe do a search, okay. So at this point, my intent of how I want to do this travel is not clear. Okay, it's just something in my mind. I have a very broad scope of what I could potentially do in this travel. So I find something like, anniversary getaway, or something which is pretty broad, right? And this is what we meant by double funnel. Just to capture something broad, and then once you capture that something broad, then you try and drive them and hone them into lower funnel where they actually look for something more specific. Make sense? So in a bit of example here. So you have your search pieces that you can continuously do both from a funnel strategy perspective, but then you also have the display piece. Okay. So in a mobile content, you have something that's very broad, probably doesn't really home in on any specific items. Here. and then you home in to something very specific. Okay, like the actual offering. Okay, so you start to see a lot of these strategies for the next few verticals that I'm going to talk about. This, guys, so I'm going to have to speed up a little bit because it seems like I'm running out of time. Okay, so all that to say that mobile is great for brands. Okay, it's great for brands in compared to those guys who didn't use mobile. This is the proportional increase in traction. Okay, I gotta do this quickly. So some examples here. So Carnival, they managed to increase the service call by 20% just with mobile ads. 20% translating to dollars could be a big number. Okay. Vegas.com as well. They drove click-through as high as 20%. I mean, if you run campaigns before, you will know that 20% click-through is huge. Right? So some examples of how you could play this. So we have a lot of ad units that you can sort of play the upper funnel and lower funnel. So for example here, this is a brand piece. Okay, so here you just talk about book direct with Delta. So Delta is it's a brand statement. Okay. Whereas this piece here is more specific now to a particular offer, right? And then if you sort of aggregate up all of those pieces, so you have your brand piece that you're pushing, and then with a pointer to a specific offer, and then on the side you can actually supplement that with search piece. Okay, so that was for creating awareness through brands, and then you have other pieces that talks about that drives direct response. So really home in more on pushing out a particular offer, and then getting users to actually consume that offer directly. Okay. I'm going to jump through this very quickly and show you something. Can I do that? So I want to show you two things. One is to show you a whole series of ad units that show you what's possible today. Okay, so that was just a quick overview of some of the cool ad units that you can do.